Back in the day, that poison would have killed me. What you up to, Marty?
Playing Gears 5.
Are you winning?
I bought it for $10.
Metal Gear?
I played up to 4, and then this is the 5th one. No, Gears.
Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Matt, so I looked into the salaries for California law enforcement after our conversation. And I would say it's unlikely they're being completely upfront.
Well, look at their salaries and then look at the cost of living in the area that those people live in.
You have to subtract the
Doesn't
two.
matter. I live like less than 30 minutes away from there right now. And I have, but either way, I looked up the salary for that area or for that police department, and it wasn't really close to what they said. The highest paid one in like California that's near me is like Marin, I think in like Marin County somewhere. And Oakland pays good, and I forget one other city were like the 3 highest paid. But starting, I'd still be making considerably more than what I'm making right now. So
yeah,
might not be a bad idea, but I would not be making considerably more now in corrections. Corrections doesn't pay as much.
Yeah.
And
but they have that mandatory overtime.
But it doesn't matter. I'd rather have like no other overtime and make like I don't want to work 16 hours of mandatory overtime a week.
You want to go into law enforcement?
I want a higher paying job, so yes.
I thought, what happened to the nursing thing?
I'm still going to school for that.
I don't know. Law enforcement is just AIDS, in my opinion. Everybody hates you. You're going to work long hours. You might as well just plan for a divorce. You'll never see your kids. You're short-staffed. Everyone's going to try to kill you, and the people that attack you aren't going to get prosecuted.
That was one thing policies. With this department that I would be applying to is supposedly fully staffed, and they don't really do overtime.
That's what they told them.
That they're fully staffed?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe in any California law enforcement agency. What's the starting pay that they told you? Do you recall?
It was over 100.
An hour?
100,000 a year.
I would parse that out to how much money per hour am I going to get?
With a 5% bump for having a bachelor's, and I think there was another bump for something else.
Yeah, that's tough. But you want to make sure, one of the things I would just cross the T's and dot the I's is ensure that that's the actual cash going to you and not what your quote, what's the term?
So what's our plan?
Sorry. Like your compensation package. Oh, it's worth $100,000 because we're going to give you some medical benefits. You're going to get this. No. How much dollars is going into my bank account? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The military is famous for doing that. You get paid 78 cents an hour when I checked mine. But they're like, "Oh no, you really make like, $14 an hour." Like, I don't think so.
I don't know. I made pretty good money in the military. But yeah, it's just something. So the way corrections did it, which is ridiculous in my opinion, is they kind of went through like an application process, and then they did like a basic physical test, and then they jumped right into the background screen, which for me it took like I guess mine was extensive because I'm older and I've lived in a lot of places um
Sure.
and apparently went through several different it went through like three or four different investigators' hands for some reason. It got handed off. And so mine took excessive amount of time, like 11 months.
I had an active top secret security clearance, and it still took 6 months. And I asked the investigator, I'm like, I don't understand. What is it taking 6 months? You can call the DoD and ask, is my top secret security clearance active? Yes. Okay. Boom. That's the end of the investigation. Because if I had had any felonies or even misdemeanors, I would have got my TS clearance revoked. I'm
Yeah.
like, what's taking so long?
Well,
Like, are
um
you using your brain?
Yeah.
Person comes and picks it up.
Yeah.
That's
I was watching this video and this guy was going around interviewing these like just I mean he's probably picks out the dumb people, you know, that he interviews, right? But he goes up to these two like, you know, they're like hot whatever 18 to 20-year-old probably girls, you know. Maybe younger than that. And he's like, "Would you date a guy that made like 75,000 a year?" And she's like, "Ew, no, like that's like that's not enough. They need to make like 100,000 a year at least." And he's like, "Oh, really?" Like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" She's like, "Yeah." How much does he make? She's like, "Oh, he makes like 120,000 a year." He's like, "Really? What is he like? He's your age?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where does he work?" She's like, "Oh, he's a cashier at Walmart." He's like, kind of like rolling his eyes. He's like, are you sure about that? Like, the math is not mathing right there. Like, like that had to be the dumbest shit like chick in the world, dude. If she believed her fucking boyfriend that he made $120,000 being cashier at fucking Walmart. Like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That'd be a pretty top-paying job. Maybe the manager makes that much money.
Oh my god,
maybe.
like more like the regional manager. Jesus Christ, like that's insane. Like, yeah, that was a dumb girl right there. And then of course it had reactions from other people. You know, it's a whatever TikTok style video. It had that black guy with like the African accent. I forget what his name is. He's hella funny. He's like, Jesus Christ on a motorbike.
Obvious.
Yeah, he's like, "You are Delulu." And then, yeah, that guy's, what the fuck is his name? I forget. I have him liked on something, on Facebook or Instagram or something, TikTok, whatever. But yeah, he's like, "You are Delulu. You are the worst case of Delulu I've ever seen." How could you believe that? You gotta be so stupid to think that someone could make that much being a Walmart cashier. It's insane. Anyways, enough serious talk. It's so depressing. I'm having hottie toddies tonight too, so I'll just keep talking if you keep talking back. So just fair warning. I was gonna play some Gears of War though. Haven't even started yet. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah. What you gotta do now?
The what?
So what do you gotta do now?
I gotta turn down either gotta turn you up or turn the game music down. I can't hear you when I'm playing the game. Output device, turn up. There we go. Okay, talk now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, that's better. Yeah. Okay, I'm not doing well. I'm trying to. Okay.